When you picture yourself 10 years from now, what's different? Is life better or is it worse? And how about you? Are you better or are you worse? Dostoevsky once wrote that the dividing line between good and evil doesn't exist between nations and on battlefields. It exists within every human heart, and I think he's right. Each of us has the capacity for good or evil, and what makes us distinct from, say, the animals is our ability to choose. We can reflect and deliberate, weigh our options, and we don't have to give in to every impulse. Good thing, too. It means we don't kill everyone who makes us angry. We don't cheat with everyone we find attractive. We don't eat everything that looks delicious because we have competing values. The important thing is to recognize that we really do wield, for better or worse, the freedom to choose better or worse. And these choices stack up over time to shape who we are. Think about it. Right now, you are the sum of your past choices. So look around. If you're at home, you're in a place that you chose to buy or rent. Whatever you're eating, you chose to pick that up. Every decision that you've ever made so far has led you here, to this moment, watching this video. So where will today's choices lead you? Some people don't like thinking about the future because it scares them. It's unknown. I get that. But I think there's another way to frame it. The future can excite you. It's completely open-ended, full of unbounded possibility. You don't know who you might yet become or what you might be capable of. 10 years from now, you could be exploring entirely new hobbies, passions, giftings, and pursuits that you can't even imagine today. So let me ask you, what kind of person do you hope to be down the road? Are you aiming at something, some target for your character and growth? Are you working on yourself, deliberately trying to improve over time so that 5 or 10 years from now, you're someone you'll be proud of? That's where this simple journaling exercise comes in. I call it the 5-minute future blueprint. It'll only take 5 minutes, but it's well worth it. Here's how it works. I want you to spend 5 minutes writing down a description of how good your life could be if, for the next 5 years, you consistently did what you know you ought to be doing. I think we all have a sense of what we should start doing, the things we need to stop doing, and how we could treat people better. But we often just leave it vague in our minds, or we don't take action on it. This exercise makes it concrete. The idea is to write a vivid description of what your life would look like if you allowed the best in you to flourish. Who would you be if you kept aiming upward, if you nurtured what's good inside you and let it grow? What would it look like if you were more disciplined? If you worked hard on something worthwhile and you set a meaningful goal and then pursued it with everything you've got? Maybe things could get better than you think. Maybe things could get way better than you think. Maybe, for example, you have a habit of being dishonest. What would it look like if you stopped that? Or you might know that your relationship with your spouse could be better, but how much better could it get if you truly invested in it over the next 5 years? Picture it, feel it. Ask yourself, would your relationship with your spouse look different if you pursued them daily for the next 5 years? What about your relationship with your kids, your friendships, your own health? If everything was firing on all cylinders, what would life look like? Get specific so that you can see it clearly and aim at it. Think about the skills that you'd want to develop, that instrument that you've been wanting to learn, the craft that you've wanted to practice. Time goes quick, and in what feels like the blink of an eye, those 5 years will be here. So that's the whole point of this exercise, is to give yourself a compelling vision to aim towards. None of us really know how good our lives could be. We don't know where the ceiling is, but we have a sense of the direction, right? We can aim upwards, we can improve ourselves, and set right what needs to be set right. So that's your exercise. Today, like right now after this video, take those 5 minutes and write down the description of who you would be if you did everything you know you should do. When you make it concrete, you give yourself something real to move towards, something to spur you forward, something genuinely worth aiming at. And then tomorrow, we'll have a similar but opposite thought experiment. I'll see you then.